I'm Helen Webster for Norseman Live, and I'm here with Hans Petter, CEO of Zalaris, who are really excited to announce they're now going to be headline sponsors of the Norseman Extreme Triathlon. Welcome, Hans Petter. Tell us a little bit about how you came to Norseman.
Yeah, I was named the Entrepreneur of the Year in Norway in 2017 and was then challenged as a part of the finals for this competition that if I won, would I then, and got a spot in Norseman, would I then participate? And I said, sure I would, before I knew it, and then I won, and here I am.
And what is it about Norseman that excites you? Because am I right in saying this is your second year competing here yourself, actually taking on the challenge?
Yeah, I think I really love this, as you see in the latest Norseman film, this about besting yourself. It's like, it's a personal challenge. Before then my first Norseman, I couldn't swim. Hardly 25 meters without just a feeling that I was going to drown, and then just picking on the challenge, learning to swim, and now actually being able to do the 3.8k swim and still being able to continue a long time afterwards. That, in addition to the fantastic scenery, the crews, the smiles, the teamwork, and that's what's really was the attracting part about Norseman, I think.
That's an amazing story though, because a lot of people will learn to swim just to do triathlon, but to learn to swim, to come and do the world's most extreme triathlon, that's quite an achievement.
Yeah, it was actually quite a challenge, and I hadn't run a marathon either before, so I could just both do the longest swim that I'd ever done and the longest run that I've ever done. I could do that all in one go.
And how did your race go last year?
I finished. I had the goal to make a black t-shirt. I think I was 10 positions behind doing it. So it was, but to be honest, normally I would have said that would have been a failure. But with the hardship and whatever it takes in this race, I took that as a real, it was a real success for myself, because I challenge everyone that doesn't think that is good enough just to try themselves.
Yeah. And so you've had a year since that first Norseman now to prepare and train. What have you changed in your approach and your training for this year?
I have tried to do more swimming, but the challenge, and more running, because that's where I did the poorest last year. The challenge is, of course, being a father of two boys, 11 and 15, and then running a company in 13 countries with 850 employees and a lot of customers. It is quite a challenge to do much more than what you have done before. But I've tried to focus and try to at least look at the spots where I can do something. So let's see if it makes a difference or not.
So what's your goals for tomorrow? What are you hoping for?
I think my goal is, as most of my category of racers, is to make a black t-shirt. For sure. But at the end of the day, it's to actually have a safe, fun journey and complete it with style. I think that's, and be like I tell my kids, I don't really care that much if they score a goal in a soccer game, if I can tell that they do the best that they can, and that's what I want to be seeing tomorrow too, that I do the best that I can, and if I have done that, well, if that isn't enough, well, it isn't.
You give it all you can in the approach, and then race day just happens.
Exactly.
So tell us a little bit about Zalaris. So you're going to be sponsoring Norseman.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about your company and what you do.
Yeah, so we're a leading provider of solutions for human capital management and payroll in Northern Europe. So we basically enable big companies to manage their workforce independent of countries. So we can do, say, payroll for 10, 11, 12, 13 countries in one common system. You have one common solution for time and travel expenses and all kinds of reporting, and this supports then big companies running their human capital very efficiently. So that's what we do.
Mm-hmm. And I know you've told me a little bit off camera that you're hoping that what you're doing here with Norseman will inspire your workforce to kind of have a more happier, active lifestyle. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, what we see, you know, we have a lot of, all of our workforce are, say, office-based type of work, and it is a tendency in also today's life. I think the style that we sit too much, we're inactive, we eat too much, and I think also in the area of sustainability, environmentalism and so on, we should try to be more active, we should try to focus more on our, say, bodies and soul. And I think Norseman in itself is, I think, a probably too extreme target for many, but it should be seen as I hope that at least it create excitement to at least get employees out and do something, and in general people to do something.
Yeah, and I think as a role model, go from being a non-swimmer, not being able to swim at all, to be able to take on a race like this, that's got to inspire people.
Yeah, and I think that as well, because, you know, in general this is what things, more or less everything is also about. It's about determination. If you want to do something, you can make it happen, and you don't need to be an elite swimmer or an elite athlete. If you just want to do it, and if you're willing to, you know, take a long-term horizon, work on it a little bit every day, you will reach your goal if you just don't give up.
And let's talk a little bit about your sponsorship of Lucy Gossage. So Lucy Gossage, for those of you not aware of Lucy, she is a former pro triathlete, still competing at a high level, but she's in the World Championship race tomorrow, which is just 40 people taking part in that kind of top level of the field. Lucy actually works as a cancer doctor in the UK as well, and you're supporting her, so tell us more about that.
Yeah, we're very proud about supporting Lucy, and we've had an excellent relationship with the Active Against Cancer, an organization in Norway that focuses on getting people active, because they believe that activity as one helps you avoid getting cancer in the first place. But if you should be so unlucky to get it, that you will better endure it and get back from surgery and whatever treatment that you have had. So Active Against Cancer organize basically they call it breathing rooms, or like fitness centers within hospitals, such that they help then cancer patients actually train actively after they have had treatment. And this, we started working with Active Against Cancer many years ago, and it's been a great drive within the company to get our employees more active, and then of course raising funds for Active Against Cancer. And then when we heard about the possibility to also support Lucy, who is also very active in that scene with her work against cancer, and basically the same, almost a sister organization in the UK, it was a very easy decision to say yes to.
Yeah, so Lucy is very passionate about getting people active, and, you know, helping them take those first steps towards fitness, even though she has she's competed in Kona at Ironman level. She's kind of very much like start small and
exactly. So I think she has much. When I also read her, you know, biography or a CV on the website and so on, I think she portrays much of the exact same values that myself have, and as the company that we also aim at having.
Yeah, and how are you supporting Lucy tomorrow in the race this year?
I think our main support has been to get her here, and to actually the head of Active Against Cancer in Norway will be her support on the last step or last distance up to the mountain.
The climb to Gaus's top, in which Lucy is a pro. She'll be making that mountain climb tomorrow.
Yeah, and we think that Helle, who is then the runner, she is also a very avid runner, having run New York Marathon a number of times. She was a good friend of Grete Waitz, one of our running idols in Norway, that unfortunately also died from cancer, and was one of the founders of Active Against Cancer. So I think she will be like a perfect fit with Lucy. And having said that, I think another thing that also attracted us with Lucy is that we have a lot of also women in the workforce, so showing also strong, enduring women, what they can do, and they can beat some of the best guys in these type of races. I love also seeing that, because this is also racing on equal footing. It's the same course for everyone, and you still beat the shit out of most of the men, so it's really good, I think.
Yeah, triathlon's an excellent sport for that, the kind of gender parity, and it's women race on the same courses, they often make the same prize money, not that we come to Norseman for prize money, we come for a black t-shirt, but it's a great sport for that, and last year seeing Mette Pettersen take 50 minutes off the women's course record. Yeah,
she's also an incredible lady, I think, you know. I was fortunate enough to at least have had some swimming lessons with her. But you know, seeing her swimming is just like crazy, I think it is.
Perfect. Well, how can people find out more about the charity if they want to support it? Is there a website people can go to?
Yeah, so they can go to Aktiv mot kreft. It's here, Active Against Cancer, Aktiv mot kreft, and there they can learn much more about Active Against Cancer, and if they also go to Zalaris.com, we have also a number of links to this, and if you want to support us via Facebook, we have a donate button to Active Against Cancer, so there are ample opportunities.
Cool. Well, Hans Petter, thank you so much for speaking to us today. We wish you all the best in your racing career with Norseman tomorrow, and we look forward to seeing what Zalaris bring to Norseman next year with your sponsorship. So thank you for your time.
Thank you. We look forward to it.